Okay, so like with the facility this big, like how do you manage everything? Like what is your routine?
Water changes, well, a lot of water changes because we need more tanks, right? Some of the tanks are a little crowded. Like, you know, you put the Jardinis with these plecos and they eat wood every day. So we got to do water changes here every day. It's a lot of water changes, a lot of feeding to keep them healthy. But we have a group of people that work here and everybody does a little bit, you know. He usually does all the editing for the videos now. I used to do it. So when we get too busy, both of us would do it. And then you have Kevin and Oi and the girls. So a lot of us, we're eventually going to have to hire more people as well. But, you know, until we're open, this is what we're going to have to do. Everything's just like, it reminds me of like farms in Brazil. You know, it's just like in the middle of like, all right, you got containers over here. There's fish, fish, fish.
In my point of view, there are two things that to keep fish healthy, the water and the filter. So do you rely on more to the water change or to the filtrations? Which one do you rely more?
I say it's half and half, right? It depends. Like, for example, that filter, let's just an example here. This tank is not overcrowded.
All right.
But they eat a lot. So like you see, that was from feeding yesterday. They pooped today, so we got to clean the tank. Now, I don't have to do a big water change here because that filter is enough for this amount of fish. But here you have a lot more arowanas. So we have to do more water changes here. You know what I mean? Okay. Especially if we feed them heavy, the filter is not capable to maintain that.
So the schedule for each tank is different. It depends on the population.
Exactly, yeah.
I see.
You know, stuff that don't have too much, we do less water change, we'll feed it less. It's all about, every tank is their own person, for example, you know, it's unique. You got to do different things to every tank. I
see like you have a lot of like new fish. Like how do you manage all of it? Like how do you acclimate all the new fish and then?
Well, in Florida, we used to have an acclimation station, you know, in LA, Kevin has his over there, mine's over there. We haven't set it up yet. So now what we do, a lot of it, we
Can you show us?
Yeah.
That part?
See, you got the boss sitting on the chair.
Look at the boss.
So this was the one I used to have in Florida.
This one?
With all the videos, yeah, unboxing. So all I did is, if you come over here, there was a valve. And I opened the water valve, and I opened these valves so water would come in and drain out, right? So I can put whatever height I needed it, and boom. The water would drain to here.
Okay, what about this? This is for the water out?
So this is, if for some reason this one got clogged,
okay,
it would go out of here.
Got it.
It wouldn't overflow. But, you know, it was limited in space. You can do big fish. This was just a setup that was already ready and I put it together. We're gonna build one out of acrylic with bigger tanks. So it's gonna go from smaller to bigger tanks. Because a lot of times, you know, you can do a tank this big for a fajaca. If you put a fajaca here and you put more fajacas, next thing you know, they're biting each other. So we gotta go from small to bigger. And then this is the packing table that he built, you know, with water. Once there's all together, it's going to be very different. Next time you come here, it's going to be a lot different.
All right. So for this one, is this just for the acclimation process or it works as the quarantine tank as well?
It would work perfect as a quarantine. The only thing is it doesn't have filtration. So you have to put a sponge filter, you know, with bubbles and leave it. But we never use it for quarantine because we had so many fish coming in that I always needed empty tanks to acclimate them. Because here it's easy. You open the bag, you throw some ammonia remover, let the water on, that's it. You know?
Yeah. And you can just set the water in, like how much water.
Right. If you want a lot, you open the valve. A lot, yep.
Yeah.
If you want a little bit, you close it.
Yeah.
This is really good. It helped me a lot.
And how long does the acclimation process usually takes?
Usually, like, let's say we had a box, 20 boxes, right? I'll put out 20 boxes in here, 30 minutes. After that, I'll just start taking them out. Damn! But now we're not using this, so basically what we do now is we take the round tubs, like that.
That one?
Here.
The black one or the blue one?
The blue one.
All right.
And then we just put the fish in, give them fresh water, take out the fish, put it in the tank. It's almost the same thing, but you're doing more work. You're doing like real labor. You know, that one, you didn't have to do anything.
Also, like for the foods, what do you feed the fish, all the fish in here?
Here, let me go straight to the freezer. I don't know if we have a lot of food left. Basically, we use like human grade food, you know, like smelts.
Smelts and
mussels.
Mussels.
We also use shrimp.
Do you stock it like for like a month or just?
Well, we only
week?
have, right now we only have this freezer and that little freezer. So we can only buy enough to stock these two freezers. Will probably last about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it. And you have to get more and more and more. But ideally, we'd like to have a walking freezer where we can store a lot of it.
And these are for the bloodworms.
Yeah, you
and
got bloodworms, all types of little stuff.
for the small fish.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the fish, like how many times do you feed, like, and how much? I think that's like a common question for
Right.
most of fish keepers. Like
Right.
how many times, how often, and how much?
Okay, so the big 3,000, for example, we try to do every other day.
Every other day.
Yeah. So like, I'll feed them good today, not tomorrow. The next
Okay.
day again, and then we do a big water change because now they're pooping for 3 days in that tank. If we're doing the fish for sale, instead of doing a big feeding, we split every day a little bit, every day, because now that keeps the aggression even less because every day they're getting food. But if we feed this tank every day, it's water changes every day because there's too many fish in it, you know? So it really depends on the tank and on the food as well. If you feed them pellets, forget it, the water, like I put pellets here, the water got all cloudy. You know, that's why you see this here. See?
Yeah.
But if you feed them smelts, cut fish, you know, no guts, no nothing, then the water stay clean. If you feed them shrimp, cloudy.
Okay, why not you invest in like a more filtration in one particular tank? You know, like
No, we
for
are-
instance, like this, you're using one.
Yeah.
Why not use two instead?
Because we're running out of power.
Oh yeah, the one.
So see, we have everything that we're trying to do is always a problem. The building's great. We have to insulate the whole building. It's not insulated. So we have to insulate the whole building. We have to add more power. It's a lot. We have a lot to do. That's why everything is just temporary right now. But the reason why I moved Florida is because Florida is very restricted. So like, let's say in this tank, that's illegal, right?
The
The
Wolfish?
The wolfish. So you can't have that. You can't have Dorado. You can't have Arapaima. You can have tigerfish. You can have Giardini. So there's a lot that you can have, you know? And every year is getting harder and harder. So like I had the permit for the Dorados, the Arapaima, the Giardini. Those you can have it with a permit. But every year the permit's getting smaller and smaller. So we decided to come here, be next to the big airport, JFK.
yeah.
So easy import, export, and there's no restrictions. The only things that you can't have is snakeheads, they're prohibited, and Asian arowanas.
Okay, for the snakeheads, like any kind of snakeheads, you can
All
have it.
snakeheads are prohibited.
But I think there are a lot of people that caught it in the river in the United States.
There's in Florida, there's a lot of snakeheads already.
Can you, let's say I caught it.
Mhm.
I went fishing and I caught it.
Uh-huh.
Could I keep it?
They want you to kill it. You're not allowed to transport it alive. So if you caught it and then you brought it to your house, you transport it alive. Now it's, let's say something happens. I don't know how they think it's gonna happen. It's gonna fly out of the car. It goes into another lake. You know what I mean? So when you catch it, they wanted to kill it. Years ago, they were paying people to catch and kill them in Florida.
Alright.
So I understand it gets into a big problem because then it kills the native species. But the problem that people have in Florida right now, a lot of people are buying fish and releasing them on purpose so they can fish for them. So that's the biggest problem Florida is having right now. When it comes to wild animals, especially fish. Because then I live here and I know this pond. You come in and said, "Here, it's $200. Come over here. I'll catch you right there." You know what I mean? You don't have to go to the Amazon, but it becomes a problem over there.
Alright, I see.
So we set up these two rows temporarily, just so we can start bringing fish in. Today's shipping day, as you can see all the boxes there. So after shipping day, we'll go ahead and clean it all because we feed them heavy all the way to Saturday. And then we don't change the water Sunday. And then Monday, they digest through Sunday. And then Monday, we'll ship and clean. So today is shipping and cleaning day. But here we have the albino arrows. These are the albino procholotas. They're the same family as the flagtail,
Oh,
just
okay.
different species. And then these guys came in from Brazil. These are the Franciscadoras.
Okay.
This is a Franciscadora.
And how big they can get? I mean, like when they can get like 2 foot, right? Something.
I think these guys would get the same size. I've never seen this before actually. It's the first time we brought them in. but I don't think they get massive like the big one. Have you seen these guys in Indonesia? These are the cross river puffers. This is like the rarest puffer. It's in a part of Africa where it's like mixture of a fajaca, you know, because you can see it almost looks like a fajaca, but it doesn't have the stripes, have the spots.
But they have like red dots.
Yep. And as they get, you know, more acclimated, the red gets even stronger.
And what about this guy? Hello.
That's Sugar.
Hi.
Sugar loves attention. These are the Fogos. So the redness, I believe it comes really in the wild, right? Because of the sun, one, and the water quality. They're having the acidic water, the dark water. If you see when they pull them from this dark water. In a tank, they're not gonna get that red. It's not gonna happen. But that's the same fish. If you take that fish from the wild and put him in a tank, he's not gonna get that red anymore. Even the same one. Here in a tank, you know, even a tank that's clear like this, they lose their color. I've seen a lot of peacocks go back and forth. The darker the tank, the darker the colors. Same thing with acidic water. You know the flash zebra catfish?
Yeah.
Years ago, I imported some this big ones. 5 or 6 of them. Beautiful, like a tiger. Yellow markings. When it came in, all black. Down here is some tigrinas.
Okay, so for the tigrinas, how big they can get?
As big as this guy. No, I have big fish. No, I think the max I've seen is about 3 feet.
3 feet?
Yeah. What? These little baby guys are Temensis and Orinoco, but they eat non-stop, dude. Look at this.
Are
We
they
feed 'em.
pellet trained already?
Yeah.
How did you train them from this young, you know?
I came to the tank and I said, listen, either you eat or you die. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
All right, we're in the last row. You got that one flathorn that you saw earlier. He's hiding back there. He's really pretty though.
So cool. All
The
right.
problem with them is they have to be by themselves, you know?
Yep.
Some
Well,
Oscars.
actually, you can put them with a tank mates, but it needs to be like in a
Very
bigger
big.
tank. Yeah.
I had a red monkey one time with like in my 5500
Uh-huh.
and he tried to kill everybody.
Oh.
These are pretty cool. These came in from Africa.
What is this?
It's I don't even know. Oh, here, marble catfish.
Marble catfish.
It looks like a marble. It's like yellow and black. These are the Zingu 1 pikes. Wow. Very yellow, right, for being that size?
Will they keep their yellow like this as
No,
they
they
get bigger?
change. They change completely.
What colors they will be?
I think they
what's
turn
the
more
method?
like black, and they have like a red spot. But from there, it's amazing how fish change their, you know. Imagine this guy at 18 inches like this. That'd be amazing. These are pretty cool. These are Lucific Tetras from Brazil. They're almost like the Oxodon. You know the Oxodon? The little Tetras?
Exodon paradoxus?
Yeah. They will eat the same way. I actually got to remove the flacos out of here because they're biting the fins.
Which one is more aggressive, this one or the Exodon?
I think both of them. I don't want to do it because you kill it, but I want to see if you put it both in the same tank, what happens, you know? Because they'll eat anything, and they'll eat just like those fish as well. Let me see if I can get those pellets so you can see it. See, it's just like Exodon. They eat non-stop.
Huh.